Greetings, and thank you for connecting with us here at Virtue Speaks. It is our desire to help encourage, inspire, and motivate you to be all that God purposed you for. You are listening to Monday morning's Moment of Motivation. Remember to check us out at virtuespeaks.com. Now for your moment of motivation. The office where I do most of my contract work recently changed locations. We had been in our previous building for approximately 2 years, and we just moved last week. The first day at our new location, I drove to the office with no problem. But the second, and unbelievably the third day, instead of driving to our new location, I drove to our previous building. Yes, 2 days in a row. Each time, I didn't realize I was going the wrong way until I drove in the parking lot and there were no cars there. As you can imagine, the first day, I just chalked it up as one of those things that happen. But when I did the very same thing the very next day, it really struck me. I am clearly living my life on autopilot. Now, I know some of you are saying, no, Robin, you're making it a bigger deal than it is. You're just used to going to the old office, that's all. But see, for me, that is an issue. Because in how many other areas of my life am I living on autopilot? How many other areas have things changed and I keep going back to the way it used to be? How many other situations should I have moved on from, but I keep returning to what I'm used to? Wait a minute, I'm not a preacher, but even as I'm speaking this out loud, it's really resonating in my spirit. And when I feel like this, I know that what I'm sharing is not just for me. I know that some of you listening to me or reading this post know exactly what I mean. It's so simple to get caught in a pattern, stuck in a situation, fixated on what we've always done, what we've always known, that we have a hard time getting out of our rut. I often say that God speaks to us in a whisper, and that whisper is often our day-to-day situations. And if we ignore those day-to-day situations, the whisper will become louder. And I know from experience, it's much better to respond to the whisper than to wait until our Heavenly Father has to raise His voice. So for me, showing up at the old place, not 1 but 2 days in a row, was a whisper. It was a whisper to me to become alert, to focus, to pay attention, to recognize that things change. I once read a quote that says, "Courage is the power to let go of the familiar." I believe that that is the message for all of us. We must be intentional about being courageous. We must embrace our God-given power to let go of what is familiar so that we can embrace the newness of life. For each of us, there is a different area in our life, maybe more than one, where we need to come alive. Maybe you are stuck in a rut in your marriage. Maybe you are stuck in your routine on your job. Maybe you are just going through the motions with your children. Whatever your area is, allow this to be your wake-up call. Imagine me as Lawrence Fishburne in Spike Lee's School Days yelling, "Wake up!" Today is the day for you to be fully engaged in every area of your life. This is Robin May with your Moment of Motivation. Have a great week.